According to a new poll, more than 90% of Americans are recycling, but fewer than 5% of us have chosen to drive less or reduce our utility usage. Going green should be easy. So environmental expert Jen Boulden is here to help us make Mother Earth proud by creating more eco-friendly home inside and out. Good morning to you, Jen.
Good morning, Tiffany. Thanks so much for having me.
Absolutely. You know, we hear a lot about our carbon footprint as an individual. How do we reduce it, and what should we know as we kind of look forward to being more eco-friendly?
Okay, so carbon footprint basically means how much embodied energy does it take to create that product and get it to you. So you want to think about things that you can shift easily without too much effort so that you can go green every day and not just Earth Day. It's springtime, so I'm thinking, spring cleaning routine. How can we spiff that up? For example, you can actually take your dishwashing routine and make sure you have a full set of dishes before you actually hit the start button. Pretty easy, right? With laundry, you can say, hey, with this great detergent that works in colder settings, why do I need to use the hot water, which takes a lot of energy to heat up all that water for one load? Also, there's a lot of concentrated cleaning products on the market, and believe it or not, that's considered eco because it's a lot less packaging and a lot less embodied energy, less carbon footprint to ship the product around and get it to you.
Well, and I think what you're suggesting too are these little steps in our daily routine that truly can make a very big difference in the overall impact that we have in our waste, right?
That's exactly right. It's the little things that add up, because we all know we can't just, sell our house and move into a yurt. It's not practical. What things are practical?
I love that you brought up a yurt. I just stayed in one this last summer, so it's so great that you brought that up. It's true. We can't live in one. How about investing in products that truly do help our environment? You mentioned, more concentrated things. Are there other things we can look forward to using?
Absolutely. When you're shopping, something that we all have to do, think about what you're buying, what it's made of, what it's going to be used for. Is it a single-use product? If so, maybe try to avoid it. For example, cotton is one of those products that it lasts a long time. Cotton is used to make jeans. I know I've got jeans that are sticking around for like years, possibly decades, but at some point you have to abandon them. But you don't want to send them to the landfill. So what can you do? It's this concept called upcycling, taking something of one certain use and bringing it into a whole different life. BlueJeansGoGreen.org takes your blue jeans and turns it into home insulation, which is a pretty cool concept, especially when it goes into Habitat for Humanity homes, which they build homes for the communities in need. So it's a great full cycle there.
I love that. How about in our backyards? We want to be eco-friendly inside, but I know there's ways to be eco-friendly outside as well.
Absolutely. So your backyard, hey, it's where nature starts. It also is a place for inspiration for you and especially the kids. People say, Jen, you've been green for so long. How did you get that way? Well, it's because my parents kicked me into the backyard quite often, and I got inspired by nature. Now, if they want to know what to do, absolutely have them go to TurfMut. TurfMut.com is a really cool program by Scholastic Education, and it teaches kids how to plant the right things for their region, which is going to help reduce water usage and pesticides, fertilizers. It's a great thing. Plus the interactive tools part they love, as do teachers, because it integrates into the curriculum.
That's really cool. We have a couple co-workers who are doing the same thing, bringing back the native plants and insects and animals to their land. Yes. by doing that. And I think that's an important thing for our environment. What other tips do you have for us?
Well, you mentioned something right there, the insects, and people think, why do I want insects? Well, by planting the right things, you can actually bring in the pollinators. Pollinators are things like bees, butterflies, even hummingbirds. And pollinators are responsible for 1/3 of all of our food. We have to keep them around, but right now they're struggling because of loss of habitat. So by you planting things that flower and that are native, you're really helping to save our pollinators, and that's a huge thing.
I think so too. If people want to follow along with your journey being eco-friendly, I know you've got an MBA as well in being green. How can people do that and get daily tips or ideas so that they can continue to make these little efforts all the time?
Well, thanks for asking. You can go to WTMJ-TV.com and learn more about all the things we talked about today. And of course, going forward, I'll have some more tips for you.
All right, those are great. We're going to make Mother Earth proud of us.
That's right.
Thanks so much, Jen. We appreciate your time.